Nate is up here is we're going to review Ruth today, and we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to do it with hashtags. So it's hashtags Ruth all the way, and we're going to bring it all the way up to where we are today. So I don't know if you're on Twitter. I know some of you are because I follow you or you follow me, and I know that some people on Facebook don't necessarily understand what a hashtag is.
You like doing that?
I do. It's hashtag. But nonetheless, we're going to do it with hashtags. And
how do you do the @ symbol when you tweet at someone?
I don't. I just do hashtag. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
I don't know.
The @ so I have no clue. So we're going to do this a little different. We'll see how it works, and we'll go. So hashtag you're first.
Hashtag unprepared.
Hashtag that's awesome.
I thought you were going to give me a topic, and I was going to.
Well, it's the Book of Ruth. We're going through the whole Book of Ruth. Hashtag Ruth. Hashtag already said that.
Hashtag review. All right,
Yes.
good.
Okay.
Good. So,
Remember, this is impromptu. We didn't practice this. We didn't practice it. It makes it more real, you know?
So, I want to tweet at someone. I just don't want to do a hashtag.
Well, you tweet and then you put your hand. You want me to start this?
Yeah, that's what I thought we were going to do. But
We're studying the Book of Ruth at Farmington Baptist Church. Hashtag church, hashtag worship, hashtag Holy Spirit. The Book of Ruth starts with Naomi and her family moving to Moab. Hashtag away from God, hashtag disobedience, hashtag,
I was ready to jump in right there.
hashtag jump in.
Okay. Do another one. You took what I was going to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
hashtag should have picked someone else. All right, so while...
Hashtag humbled.
Yeah. Hashtag need to work on pride. Okay. Naomi and her family were there, and Naomi's Naomi's husband died. Hashtag sorrow, hashtag funeral.
You gotta let me jump in with the hashtag.
No, you say a statement and then you put a hashtag. Have you ever tweeted before? This is how it works.
I follow you. Nobody follows me.
I'm tweeting this, and then you
We're discovering why no one follows
You make a statement and then you hashtag it. Okay? So I'll take the next one and then you jump in with the story.
Okay.
We've never done this before.
I'm ready.
This is new. Okay? So they're in Moab.
Moab.
They decided to stay in Moab, and Naomi's both of her brothers. Delete. Both of her sons also died. Hashtag now widows. Hashtag 3.
So, Naomi is there, and her sons are gone, her husband is gone. She's left with her daughters-in-law, who are from somewhere else. They're natives of Moab, following the gods of Moab, and Naomi is not native to Moab. She follows the God of Israel. Hashtag blended family. Hashtag confusing situation. Hashtag what do we do now?
Hashtag Twitter. Hashtag 142 characters.
Hashtag truncated.
So they decided to move back to Israel. Hashtag back to God. Hashtag to Jerusalem. Hashtag for food.
But Naomi has a discussion with her two daughters. Orpah decides to go back to her family and back to her gods. But Ruth follows Naomi and sticks with her. Hashtag family.
Hashtag commitment. Hashtag following God. So they went back to Jerusalem, and when they entered the city, everybody started talking about them. Hashtag more than 142 characters. Hashtag back home.
Naomi, being a widow, has no way to take care of herself or Ruth. So she sends Ruth out into the fields to glean for grain. Hashtag manual labor. Hashtag working man's hands.
While she was there, an Escalade pulls up. Hashtag Boaz. Hashtag wealthy. Hashtag Boaz
tells her, Do not glean in anyone else's field. I know that you're family. I'm going to take care of you. Hashtag family, hashtag commitment, hashtag like doing the hashtag.
He also tells his workers not to disturb her and protect her as well, and let her glean what she wants to. Hashtag family, hashtag redeemer, hashtag kinsman.
To the point where he even shares the workers' waters with her, something that is not really done in this day and age. Hashtag inclusion, hashtag family, hashtag kinsman redeemer.
And all this, according to Ruth, just happened. Hashtag nothing just happens. Hashtag providence of God. And that's it. Give him a hand. Great job.